Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another video here on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. I'm so happy to have you back. I've been a little MIA for the last 2 weeks and I apologize. Life has been lifing, but I'm doing my best and I'm here. And I really want to follow a format of video that has been extremely fun for me to do, plus also really popular. And that is where I bring through channeled message for different starseed groups. If you haven't watched the one for the Atlantean starseeds yet, mind frickin' blowing, and it has a lot to do with AI and how they're here to like usher in an era of AI that's highly uh conscious, but also like very loving, right? So, oh, there was just so much in that video. If you feel a connection to AI, if you have a fear of AI, actually, you should also watch that video because it really helps you understand how in different civilizations on Earth, like in particular Atlantis, that it was used for good and it was used to bring balance and harmony between like science and nature. So that was such a cool video. And I can't remember the one before that. I think it was like Blue Avians and I don't know. I've done two of these videos now. You know what I'll do? I'll link them both in the corners at the end. And so I wanted to do another style video like that where I don't know what's going to happen yet. So I have no idea. You know before me because you've seen the title of the video, which I obviously create after. So I have no idea, but you know what's going to happen, don't you? So we're going to connect with two different starseed groups minimum, might be more than that, and we're going to bring through a message for each of those individual starseed groups, okay? And they're going to have a message for you. They're going to have guidance for you. It's going to be very specific. So use your discretion. It's not for everyone, but it's very specific for you, right? It's for the person that it's brought through for. So we're going to do that. And I wanted to also mention, like, just before we jump in, that I've been doing some really fun free events called Psychic Green Room. We did a trans channeling event. We just did a soul language event today, and there's one more happening on Thursday, which is going to be a Star Nations Alliance event. So you don't want to miss that. It's been so fun. I've had such a big crew joining me. I think I have like 100 people signed up for it, and it's been wonderful. So if you haven't signed up for that yet, make sure you go into the description of the video and get signed up for Psychic Green Room because it's awesome. And then without further ado, let's jump into today's video. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to start a sacred space together. Sacred space makes sure that what I channel is true. That is not coming from me, my own thoughts, my own beliefs, my own like programming, like because we all have some of that. I just want to be such a pure channel for you and for these messages. So we're going to make sure that that's what happens. And then we're also within that sacred space going to welcome in the Starseed Council that wants to speak to you. If you participate in this sacred space with me, what happens is, and what I find has been happening for people, is you connect your energy at the moment that I'm calling in these councils. It's more likely that you're going to have a message come through for you because there's a connection happening in that moment. So that being said, you might want to, like, if you can, participate in what we're about to do. So let's jump in. We're going to place our hands over our heart chakra, closing our eyes. And I'm going to count you through a couple of deep breaths. And these are meant to help clear your energy, quiet your mind, and bring stillness into the body. So let's take a nice deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Another deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold it and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Last deep breath in, 2, 3, 4. Hold and exhale. 2, 3, 4. Good. So just continue breathing in a nice, relaxed way. Place your hands down into your lap, palms up to receive, keeping your eyes closed for this part. As I call into your space on your left-hand side, coming right into the room with you, Archangel Michael the Protector. Tune in to the pressure that you start to feel in your ear on the left-hand side as he comes in. We're also going to call in on the right-hand side, Archangel Raphael, the healing angel, coming in on the right, tuning into that pressure. In front of you, I'm going to call on Archangel Haniel, Divine Feminine Angel coming in. She works with pink light, unconditional love frequency. The pressure here would be in the heart chakra. Feel that as she gets closer. And then finally, behind you, we'll call on your highest human self. Asking these beings to fill you up now with their love, their light, their healing. Asking Archangel Michael to weave a shield around you of protection. It's made of energy and light, and it acts like a filter to your highest good. And then we're going to connect into God Source. So I'm going to call on Father, Mother, God, from where you exist, at the edge of the universe, where the stars end, there is a doorway of light. On the other side of this door, the door leads straight to the heart of Source. And on the other side of the door is the most potent, the most pure love frequency, balance frequency, life force, wisdom. And I ask God Source to open that door now and to let that stream of white light pour down, pouring down through the stars, down through Earth's atmosphere and sky. It's going to come down through the ceiling of the room that you're in and go into the top of your head in 3, 2, 1. Feel that pressure as the white light pushes down into your eyes. You can feel it in the forehead, the third eye, the physical eyes. Then it starts to clear left ear, right ear, throat, heart, filling up and clearing every space within you that it touches, stomach, womb, root. It spreads throughout your entire body till every inch of you is filled with light and you are glowing. I want to ask God Source to anchor us here in the light. Anchor us in divine truth. Let everything that I channel in this video be true, divinely timed and orchestrated for the people who find it, and for the highest good of all. And now I want to call on 2 different Star Nations groups to come forward with messages for the audience. I'm so open to whatever wants to come. I will trust what wants to come through, that it is divinely orchestrated. And please come through and be very specific and very detailed with the message for your particular tribe, your soul tribe that you're going to speak to through me. What do they need to hear the most right now? And we will trust that. Okay, beautiful. We'll get started now. I'll get started now. Okay, you guys, so we have a little sip here. All right, so let's start with that first group. Who wants to come forward first? Okay, this is interesting. There's a council of grays that wants to come forward, like gray aliens. All right, so the first thing that they want to say is there are many people on Earth right now that hold a lot of gray DNA. There are many people on Earth right now that have had lifetimes as gray aliens. And no matter what people say or stereotypes there are, there's a lot of loyalty from gray to gray, as in they take care of their own. And once you're a part of that tribe, that's how they see you. Like they're not looking at you and seeing the human, they're looking at you and seeing like, oh, that's a gray pretending to be a human. And like, so they feel deeply that you are still, like one of them. And that's the council that I'm talking to is not the Essassani. This is like a Zeta Reticuli kind of gray, like a shorter little gray. And but they're consciously, like, I'm not speaking to like a 4D frequency. It feels like there is love there, like there is awareness there, there is an awakening there. Because I know that there's a lot of different kinds of grays, and some don't have the best reputations for sure. And maybe we'll hear about that. Okay. So this Council of Greys, and remember, sacred space put us in the light, put us for the highest good of all, so that we can trust these messages. So, what would you like to share with your people? They're giving me a lot of visions about how they used to be human and then they traveled down a timeline where they like evolved themselves out of their humanity, losing a lot of the things that make us human, like emotional centers and the ability to procreate. And they've really evolved themselves out of that as a species, thinking that they were evolving themselves towards progression, intelligence, science, and thinking that science and math was the divine wisdom of the universe. And what they're realizing as they're on the brink of this, okay, we can't procreate, so now we have to clone ourselves to keep kind of going. And there's something that's being lost in that process. And they're talking about how like all of all of the galaxy, so the Milky Way. Oh, they just dropped a big bomb. Hold on. They said all of the galaxy looks at humans as, and then before they finished that sentence, they said, you're not the only humans. There's other galaxies with humans. Galaxies are mirrors of each other. So within each galaxy, you've got a humanoid, a galactic, animals, nature, like all the things. Okay. But anyway, we'll focus on our own story. Everyone within the Milky Way galaxy looks at humans and sees something to be envious of. And yet we put ourselves so low because they all see this powerful ability to feel things so deeply as a strength and not a weakness. But they didn't realize that. The Greys didn't realize that until they got rid of it. And then there was like a lot of regret. And how do we get back to that? Because the human experience is this absolute roller coaster of up and down emotions. In one day, you've lived all four seasons of grief, joy, anger, sensuality, like there's so much that we experience even in just one day. And from that comes our spirit, the true spirit, like the Braveheart spirit. I just had to think of my husband. That's his favorite movie. Like that Braveheart spirit where you're so willing to like fight for what you believe in, to have a cause that you're so passionate about that everything that you feel the desire that you need to express it. You need to express who you are into the world. And then we create art and music and poetry and it's just so deep and meaningful and symbolic and artistic and special, passionate. It's so passionate. And even the way we love is so passionate. We love so deeply. We hate so deeply. We lust so deeply. Like everything is so big. It's like we do everything so big. And there's a richness to that style of a life. The colors are so rich the life you could only ever look back on it and be like, wow. Like even when it's hard, it's like, wow. And so they're asking you, whoever feels like this message is for them, to start to look at it that way and to start to honor your emotions and stop trying to iron out your emotions. You're supposed to have ups and downs daily, weekly, monthly, seasonally, some big, some small. You're not supposed to be flat. And we have this programming in our society around it's like something to be proud of if you're really stable. Like, I never cry, I never ask for help, I love to hustle and grind. Like, okay, it's just to get us out of what makes us so special and powerful and unique. So don't iron out the line of your ups and downs, celebrate it all. Like, feel it all, celebrate it all, feel the ups, the highs so deeply, feel the lows so deeply, and create from the apex points. When you're down there, what can you make in that space? You should always be creating. Humans are creators. And when we're not creating something, we're not fully fulfilled. So create from that and create from this, like create from both places. Because it's beautiful. Because it's beautiful. And there are no bad emotions. That's false. Um, all emotions are beautiful. And the fact that we can feel them so deeply is a gift. And all emotions will naturally find balance between the highs and the lows if you don't try to control it. Just like how the yin and the yang is half shadow and half light, so are you. Source itself is shadow and light, half shadow, half light, in perfect balance and in perfect harmony. Even source is not all love and light. It can't be because everything is created from it and it couldn't create something that it is not. It has to be all things in order to create all things. But why it feels so good to be with Source is because it's harmony. It's like the notes in the song are perfectly balanced. Some are in the low keys, some are in the high keys, and it's music together. It's so gorgeous together. So it's really important that you stop trying to be stable. Stop trying to be like, and allow yourself the artistry, the poetry, the music to live that. That's what the Greys wanted to share with you, and that they know that there is, as a creator, it's one of the most powerful tools that you have to create. If you want to create your own reality, you need to use that extremely powerful emotional centers to do that, or you couldn't create, not in the way that you want to. And I feel that the Greys yearn. If they and they just said, can we even yearn now though without emotional centers? But remember, look back and remember and want to yearn, want it back, want to be what they once were. Um, and now the existence feels very flat. It feels very flat. And that's why whenever you have an interaction with a true gray, they feel kind of cold. Like not necessarily temperature wise. I mean like emotionally, it's like we read it as like cold, but they're just not there. It's just so neutral. There's nothing there for emotions. They're very intelligent, right? And they can have intentions, but if they don't have emotions, even the intentions get a little dodgy because what conscience do they have if they don't have emotions to feel bad or to feel compassion? It's like they've really messed it up. And I know that they are working on healing this through hybridization programs, through healing backwards, evolutionary backwards, and becoming the Essassani, which are the evolved grays, the ascended grays. So I know that that's the case, but the message today was just really about like, honor where you are. You're not going to be a human for very long. A lot of you, this is your last like time being human because you're so freaking done with Earth. I feel like a lot of you are like, okay, I'm taking a break after this, at least from Earth. Fine. But honor where you are now and realize that where you are right now is a gift because a human lifetime is like that compared to a lot of these longer lifetimes. Like, I can't even believe my birthday is in, well, you're going to see this Sunday. My birthday was yesterday on Saturday. I'm filming this on Thursday, just a couple days before my birthday. I can't even believe like how fast time goes. Like, and my husband and I just, just celebrated, like, I feel like we just met and we're already 3 years married. Like, it's crazy, the stuff. Just to say time is flying. The older you get, the faster it goes, which is weird and uncomfortable. And don't miss a moment of it trying to be something else other than a messy, freaking beautiful, chaotic human. Like, live that fully. Like, kind of lean in a little more to your chaos. Lean in a little more to that emotional, woo, like, that's not a bad thing because as you develop in your spiritual maturity and your emotional maturity, you're going to see like that you don't judge those emotions as good or bad and that you can be in it. This is what I think enlightenment is. Okay, this is enlightenment. Let's just go here. Enlightenment is if you could be in it so deeply as the human, like lost in the character that you're playing, so in the emotions, so in the tornado of it all, with a part of your consciousness, but that another part of your consciousness is up up higher and back here as the observer. This is the oversoul consciousness, and it's observing you and it's going, you go, sweetie. Like, you go, girl. We're Kris Jenner right now. Like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. But truly watching you have like meltdowns and breakdowns and going, yes, feel it. Yes, feel it so deeply. What a gift. You're going to learn so much from this. You're going to get so, like, so much depth from this human experience. Go fully in, go fully in. But having that observer and experiencer at the same time, living with both turned on, that is enlightenment. And you can't lose yourself too much. You'll never lose yourself too far into the human and feel like, oh, what if I plug back into autopilot and I plug back into the matrix and I lose my awakening. Well, first of all, you can't lose an awakening once it starts. Um, not truly. And also, what was the point? And also the point was like that observer mode, that conscious mode up here, that oversoul will keep you on track. So I think that's the most successful way to do Earth and be able to feel free to go so deep into your emotions because you're also here going, it's okay, you got this, you got this. You're gonna get really down for like, the next couple of days and then it's gonna all clear up. It's all gonna be fine. Like you're coaching yourself through it. So that's powerful. Okay, anything else, Grace, that you wanted to share? And they just wanted to share like even though there's a stereotype that all grays are one way, it's not true. That there are some that would have nefarious agendas and intentions. Yes, that's true. But not all of them. Not all of them. That there's a good percentage that is trying to get back to the light, is trying to evolve back. Otherwise, the Asasani wouldn't even exist. So just as I guess as a reminder not to judge a book by its cover, kind of in that way, and to always use clairsentience to feel out energy and guides. If you ever have like a new spirit guide trying to work with you, or if you're helping a client with, if you do readings and stuff, really use your clairsentience to tune into the intention behind the being to know that it's all good, right? Okay, good. Grace, anything else, or are we good? No, that felt like it. They just walked away. Okay, fair enough. They didn't even say goodbye. That's a gray for you. They're just like, meh. Okay, that was good. That was a good message. I'm going to move on. I'm going to ask for the next group to come through. I'm hearing Saturn, 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 Saturn. Like, oh, ooh, that's a little dark. Where are we going with this? Oh, not what I thought. Okay, okay. Wow, I thought we were going to get like star nations that like comes from Saturn, but that's not what's happening. It's like I'm speaking to Saturn itself the way that somebody could speak to Gaia. So all celestial bodies can have a certain amount of consciousness, and some of them have entire, like a whole soul. Gaia is a complete soul the way that you are a complete soul. Saturn has a message for us. I don't know who it would be for then, but let's go with it. The vision is like, hold on, like moving so fast. Hold on. Cement and like a little green sprout coming through, and then the deeper message was like things can be barren and life can sprout. Things can be barren and life can sprout. Okay, what does that mean? Things can be barren and life can sprout. They're showing me Mars, they're showing me Saturn, they're showing me Mars, they're showing me Saturn. These planets have been barren. Something happened. They're showing me galactic wars. They're showing me bioweapons, weapons of great destruction, weapons of lasers, bioweapons, something that destroys an atmosphere and all of the original life forms or species that were the natives to those planets. I'm seeing Mars too, Saturn, Mars, Saturn, Mars. Life can blossom from something barren. Okay. Why are you telling us this? Ooh, it's like as the Milky Way frequency starts to rise, and then they point at Earth, Earth has a big part in helping this to happen. We are completely connected as a galaxy, and everything that one experiences, the others feel too. Especially these celestial bodies, they're so connected to one another, like chakras in a human body, like a chakra system, planetary system, human body, galaxy. Like, just as if your own heart chakra was messed, it would throw everything off. Earth is the heart chakra of the Milky Way. The heart is healing. The heart is lifting. The heart is feeling hope. Sprouts are happening. What? Little sprouts are happening in barren planets because the heart is coming back online. And that's what was needed, whoa, to bring life back to barren planets. So I believe the green sprout is a symbol. Because how does life start? It might be like more of like, I don't know, I'm not a scientist, like petri dish bacteria, some kind of like teeny tiny little life form. But but the symbol is, like the little emoji, the little green sprout. It's like it's happening. And we're gonna find out about it. Scientists are gonna find out about it. And when they decide to share that with humanity, right? But we're finding out about it now because we're ahead of that. We're ahead of science. The heart chakra of our galaxy is Earth. Earth is healing and rising, and the hope is rising. It affects the rest of the galaxy, and hope is a sprout. That is hope. Hope creates life. Life is created from hope. And then boop, a little boop, little sprout up on Saturn and Mars. Oh my God, that's so exciting. And they're like I'm feeling like laughter as I'm like, what? And they're like, the as Earth rises to take its place on a galactic council, the galaxy will look very different than it does now. Things are starting, things are growing, things are beginning again in new places. Little baby civilizations. Oh my God. And we'll be at a place as like a species on Earth where we start coming into our own and being able to do things like spacecraft travel, stargates, visiting other planets. Imagine going to visit a little baby species that's just starting to like in their purity and innocence. That's beautiful. Okay, why Saturn? What? I've never had a planet other than Earth reach out to me to tell me anything before. I want to thank you so much for sharing that, Saturn. And is there anything else you would like to share? Oh, I feel like it's a she. She said, "Send us your love, please." Like, send us your love. Because they're breaking through like eons of like oppression and galactic wars which left it barren. Send us your love and hopefulness. Send us your love and your hope. Hope is what makes life grow. That's so beautiful. And then I heard, that's all. Like that was just, that's all, just to know, just so that you could know that's what's going on. Like, so that your hope multiplies, multiplies, multiplies by that message. Like, look at, oh my God, wait a minute. Like, think about this. Look at what your heart is doing, not just for your own family and friends, like the amount of love that you just radiate like a Care Bear, but look what it's also doing for the collective of humanity and our planet. Look what it's doing for other planets. Like you as an individual, sometimes people think, well, what difference can one person make? Sprouts on Saturn kind of difference. Okay? Like your hope is doing that. Do not let the division in the world steal that from you. It's all a play. It's not real. Okay, I mean it's real, but it's programmed. There's so much manipulation to make it appear a certain way, and it's not really like that. And even though a lot of hard things are happening and going to continue to happen, and I mean, there's a lot of fear frequency in the astrology community right now about all these hard transits, and we're going to have a World War III and la 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 la. But you and I know what that means. We know the truth of that, don't we? What does that actually mean? That's an ascension symptom. And it's called the purge. When darkness rears up, it's leaving. It happens microcosm, it happens macrocosm. It's a sign we're on the path. It's a sign we're on track to our ascension as a planet and civilization. We have to purge all the little things, all the hidden things, and all the resentment and all of the repressed emotions. Everybody that's super angry right now, choosing anger as their outlet, was already had repressed anger. It's not like this situation created all of that. It's that it's an excuse to let it all out. But good. Okay, purge. Because every single person that purges their anger is one less bucket of anger that we've got here on Earth. And once you release it, it can be transmuted, right? I know it's creating some pretty scary stuff right now. I don't want to bypass that. It's awful, right? It's hard. But look at but the hope is still there. That's you, that's me. We're the hope. I know we're the growers of the sprouts of hope. And I'm so determined not to let that be stolen from me. I will not lose hope in my heart. I will not lose purity, innocence. I don't care. Like if it's naive, good. I'll take it. I love it. I'll be it. Because that's pure. Naive is like pure love, where you just see love in everyone and you see the compassion for everyone and you're living from the oversoul consciousness. Where you're looking at everybody like, I love all my children. Like, what? Who said that, right? You, the God's voice, the God consciousness that you truly are. You are God or goddess. You are the great spirit. You are the great mother, the father. You are. Love all your children while being here. Again, this is that enlightenment piece. Play the character. And also, ooh, I love all my children. You go, sweetie. You're doing such a good job. Up here too. That's your balance. That's how you not lose yourself in all of it. And look what Saturn just shared. There's a reason that these messages come through. You needed to hear that because you needed to know that hope is alive and well, and our hope and the heart chakra of the galaxy is creating life somewhere. Pure, innocent, baby life. Beautiful. So pure, so gorgeous. I'm so excited. That's such a beautiful message. Okay, we'll leave it there. Thank you all so much. Oh, thank you for sticking around, for checking this video out, for just being here. What has it been, 6 years on YouTube? Like, amazing. I love you all so much. And I want to remind you to go and get signed up for the free event happening on Thursday. It's going to be so good. And yeah, I mean, and I hope I see you all there. And we're going to be talking deeply about Star Nations alliances, working with higher dimensional councils, finding your purpose. It's going to be so beautiful and inspiring and hopeful. So let's do that together too. But before you go, please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. I love you, beautiful star seeds. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Bye.